I am Apollyon, warlord of the Blackstone Legion. In that year, I sent one of my commanders, Holden Cross, to punish a betrayer. There was a warden there, in the way. There are many wardens. This one would prove unique.
The Wardens. Members of an ancient order. Fallen into dust. Sworn to defend the weak. Masters of the Longsword. Their origins lost to history. Still they fight for what is right. But only a few may join their order.
That day, I learned that I was serving the wrong warlord. Purvis Daubeny.
Defend the walls!
The day that I met the Blackstone Legion and Holden Cross.
Come out!
Daubeny! It doesn't have to be like this!
Keep them off the walls!
My lord.
Break it down!
Break it down!
But I am a warden. I had a job to do. I need to get moving. The Blackstones were coming up the east wall.
So much of warfare is about walls, gates, hills, doors. Every day, battles are won and lost on the choice of battlefield alone. Almost every fortress...
Reinforcements were coming. I needed to hold that wall.
Misery! Where's the enemy troops? The courtyard. Go, go, go! Defend this fortress! Go!
The fall of the last sanctuary in Ashfeld. 1,000 years have passed since then. Our ancestors held out for 6 years against 100,000 desperate, starving warriors. Or, so the story goes. The Iron Legion is made up of many smaller legions. The lion was the symbol of the Regal Legion. They were strong
That
once.
is how it is done. You
Now
see?
they have fallen to Blackstone. The Iron Legion has a habit of mounting warden statues in front of doors. But they are hypocrites. The oaths of a warden reach far beyond what any common Legion warrior can live up to.
We've been flanked! That catapult's still ready to fire.
That battering ram would end this fight.
They're retreating! Go! Help me! Keep on! You can rest in your graves! Domini! Domini! Show yourself! These warriors don't have to die. Trial by combat. Right now.
What? Fight you? That's not a trial. That's an execution.
Then fight my second.
You will be my second.
All right, then. If I refused, there would be a slaughter. He was a warden too. Or had been.
He's good.
I needed to win, but not for Dolony. We were still at their mercy.
It will not do for a knight of the Blackstone Legion to be defeated by a common mercenary. Kneel. For valor in battle, for honor and service, I, Holden Cross, raise you. Stand, Knight of the Blackstone Legion. We're finished here. Come on.
That was how I joined the Blackstone Legion.
That warden proved more than worthy. But there was still much work to be done. The Vikings were about to destroy the last Iron Legion sanctuary in Ashfeld. My Blackstone Legion would save them.
There are many legions. The Iron Legion is the greatest among them. But in Ashfeld, the Iron Legion was about to be routed. Their commander, Stone, needed an army. Holden Cross sent me.
Blackstone! Where are our reinforcements?
I'm it.
this a joke?
Open the gate! Lead us out, Blackstone! Good luck!
The battle was already lost. I needed to change that.
Advance! Push them back! All right, let's do this.
Machines of war. Many of them use plans that we do not fully understand. Techniques handed down through the generations that we have lost the theory for. They work.
We needed to take back the flanks.
Killing all the Vikings in this area will claim the garrison for us. I need to take the flanks.
Warriors rarely see the people their wars affect. The displaced, the murdered, the starving. I saw all that when I was younger. I never forgot the lesson.
This place will help us gather reinforcements. I need to take that garrison. Miseru! We need to hold the key battlefield positions. This place will help us bring archers to the field. Those archers need to go. We need to clear all the Vikings to claim this archer point. Get out of our lands!
The sanctuary of...
We were winning. We just needed a final push. Stone was a conqueror, and one of the best I'd ever seen.
The sanctuary of Harrogate. The last remnants of the Iron Legion had held it until the year that Warden came. After the battle, they were too weak to hold it. The Blackstones had to take over. Pity.
Leave none alive!
They're pulling back!
Keep pushing! We're pushing them back!
Not bad, Warden! Their best are no match for you! You show them!
Stop! Ye klára þennan!
Push them out of the sanctuary!
Push them into the forest! Legendary kill! I remember your name!
Not bad, Blackstone. Not bad at all. Pretty sure I could have done it by myself, but...
We had the Vikings on the run. And in the mopping up efforts, we also claimed the rest of the scattered legions, bringing them under Blackstone rule. The Warden, I think, had reservations about some of our methods.
I had questions about the Blackstone Legion.
The last of the Vikings have holed up in an outpost up ahead. One that the Iron Legion deserted. Need backup?
I can handle it.
Careful with that ego.
Ready?
Lead the way.
Deserters? I wanted to see for myself. Stone was Iron Legion. I trusted him.
In the West, punishments like the cage have been outlawed. In
Vikings!
In the West, punishments like the cage have been outlawed. In Ashfeld, however, we were less reluctant about using brutality to make a point.
Out of Ashfeld!
When lava cools, it can form a marvel. A black glass that can be sharper than the sharpest blade. High in the mountains, there is a block of obsidian that has been cut into a round table. It is there that the Blackstone Legion was first formed. The geyser fields of Ashfeld were where the Iron Legion officially bowed the knee to the Blackstones, and the Royals, and so many others. We chose that place for its history. Legends tell us that it was there that the ancient Viking lords had yielded Ashfeld to our people.
Doesn't look too hard.
Everywhere we go, we've abandoned our people. What has happened to the Iron Legion? Wait here. I'll clear the bridge. Get back! This is our land! It was time to remove the Viking threat.
You could go back to Valkenheim!
I need to defeat their commander.
Die, Blackstone dogs!
We all want to be remembered. Once, there were
I want to talk to some of these deserters.
Once, there were 15 of us in the Blackstone Circle. 8 times, one of us claimed the title of Warlord. 7 times, that Warlord proved too weak, too noble, or too blind to lead us. I am the 8th. The others rest now in their tombs. The children of Ashfeld claim to all follow the same god. But I have sat in their services and listened to their hymns. They do not agree on the laws of their master. And most of them do not follow their own ideals.
They were members of the Iron Legion. All legions share the same oaths. What had happened here? Why have you abandoned your posts?
A Blackstone dog has strayed from his pack.
Stand down! Your people need you.
What's a warden doing fighting for Apollyon?
One of us should go home and change.
Why have you abandoned your posts?
Kill them.
We were going to have to fight our way out.
Let's dance!
The Blackstones lie! Lie and betray!
That was the day I finally met our warlord. Apollyon.
Gotcha, Blackstone. Do you know what kind of creature waits for its own slaughter? Sheep. Sheep.
No.
Welcome to the Blackstone Legion.
I had my answers, but too late. And the Warden's oaths are not lightly broken.
The time came to show the Vikings who they really were. We would strike deep into the heart of their lands. But first, we needed to cross the mountain pass. And Holden Cross would lead the charge.
Where order has broken down, where cruelty and lawlessness rule, lawbringers are justice. We go wherever we are needed, and we come prepared. Our armor has no equal. Its construction, a secret of our order. Pray that you do not need us. And when we arrive, pray that you have done no wrong. The snow was already falling on Valkenheim. But we went anyway. I am Holden Cross. As commander of the Blackstone Vanguard, it fell to me to lead the way.
So
Ambushed. Exactly what we have been hoping for.
So many of my people fear the decorations of our savage foes. But I have never feared the demons of my enemies. I am their demon.
Protect the column!
Retreating!
They know we're here! Keep moving! Do not fear them!
Wherever we go, the peaceful life that is called civilization scatters. It is a social agreement that is so easily dissolved. Fragile.
For Aspero!
The entrance to Valkenheim.
No superste! Out of my way. Savages.
Those catapults needed to be shut down.
The Vikings have filled their mountains and valleys with horns and drums and signal fires. We were never going to slip into Valkenheim unnoticed. That is why I chose to enter through the front door.
It wasn't a good plan. It was just my only option.
The Cataclysm was not one event, it was many. Lands rose and fell. The sky rained fire, ash, and worse things. The seas rose and then retreated. It is a miracle that any of us are still here.
I need to take out that catapult. Job's done.
I'll give this to the Vikings. They're big.
I need to regroup with the Vanguard.
Valkenheim, home of the invaders who call themselves Vikings. It had been 40 years ago that knights last crossed the threshold into that great valley. Whatever happened in there, we would certainly be remembered.
We were prepared for this place.
Fire! Should I have given you warning, Commander?
The Vikings have raided every year for as long as I can remember. They sack, loot, burn. My village was destroyed by them. Mine and hundreds of others. Now, we would turn the tables.
The Vikings had numbers. We had technology.
The ancient kings of the Vikings were mighty. They sailed across the ocean, and when the seas froze, they were lost to history. And then, they came back.
I need to find the bridge controls. control.
They're giving ground!
Leave a force behind to guard the prisoners. Master, this beast killed at least 40 soldiers, including Davis.
Do you know how to tell a predator from prey? You can't, of course, unless you see them in war. Well done.
I had thought that her laws of selection only applied to us.
Valkenheim. We needed to reach the fortress at Sverngard before the Vikings had a chance to respond. But at the great cliff that splits the valley in half, we found our way forward blocked. Fortunately, we had a peacekeeper, Mercy, among our ranks.
When wars end, it is the silent blade that keeps the peace. But when wars rage, a peacekeeper's work is never done. Quick, evil. They can win a fight before their enemy even knows they are there. Dancers of death, with dual blades for dancing partners. What they know can destroy legends, or create them.
Our army needed passage. The Warborn can be creative when they want to be.
Hello there.
The Viking tribes all have different customs. These look to be Warborn offerings, probably for strength in war. Holden should never have sent those scouts ahead. He should have sent me. Apollyon asked me to clear the way, so of course I obeyed. These Vikings should be more vigilant. These Vikings should be more vigilant. This path is much like I remember it. They docked their boats there, so there was a path. They docked their boats there, so there was a path to the top. I was sure of it. The Warborn should have counterattacked by now. Apollyon's darkness will cover the world, I think. Like us, most of the Vikings don't even know their own history. These are their ancestral lands, lost a millennium ago. They returned from across the sea and reclaimed them. There had to be a better way inside than the front door. I had my pride to... wonder who will betray that warden. Holden has lost his way. It's sad. I had an idea. Vikings love to feast. Getting inside was easier than I expected. I was pretty sure this was going to work. What would happen if I pulled that lever? What do you suppose that does? I should pull that one, I think. Now where's the central mechanism? Their machinery was far beyond what I had expected to find. Since the last time I'd been through, they had uncovered a new source of lore. Or perhaps just a very clever engineer. If I understood this contraption, raising the elevator now should prove exciting. Just needed one more push. Path's clear.
Impressive. Don't encourage her.
The fortress of Sverngard. My goal. For too long, the true warriors among the Vikings had been held back by the chains of social bonds, of kin, of law. Now we would knock down their gate and return their world to its rightful order.
I had questions. Master, why this fortress? It looks like it's just a storehouse.
It is. And that's why we're here. These barbarians. They seem like they're good people. They embrace each other like they were all kin. But that is all a lie. When night falls, they stab each other with their knives. If there are wolves among them, should we not set them free?
Now I had new questions. Ones that were much harder to answer.
Catapults! Keep the ram moving!
Being a skeptic was a death sentence. But doubt is a part of integrity.
Have a harder time hitting a moving target.
There was nothing I could do except protect the ram. And hope. The crew needs me. We were deep in enemy territory. There was no way home but forward. They're attacking the crew!
The Vikings have always warred with themselves much more than with us. It is in their nature to feast on each other. Spurngard. The Vikings are so very careful to equitably distribute their food supplies. It all passes through Spurngard. And in winter, most of it is stored there. The Vikings have always warred with themselves much more than with us. It is in their nature to feast on each other. That nature has been stolen from them.
Killing the crew!
We knew at Sternguard that within a day Viking ships would fill the harbor and their army would destroy us. But I intended to be long gone before that could happen.
Driving them back!
Breach the crew!
We're pushing them back! Pulling back!
We needed to protect and operate the ram until we broke through.
We dragged our ram's machinery across Valkenheim. We had to hack down half the forest in a fortnight to build it. But without it, we would have come all that way just to be slain at the front door.
Gudmundur, this fort's legendary Jarl.
On your feet.
We were in. That spelled doom for the Vikings. Wasn't that why we came in the first place? It was hardly my first time sacking a fortress. Why did it bother me?
I'm driving them back!
Prepare to die!
We would leave survivors to tell the tale of what had been lost at Sverngard. And when they heard, they would come, looking for what was left.
You fought well.
To hell with you!
Mercy, why are we here? I think you know.
Famine. This place houses their seed grain. There will be no new harvest. By winter, they will be killing each other over what little food is left.
I took an oath to fight for peace. So did you. All of you.
Hey, This food, why are we not burning it all?
What do you imagine the clans would do if we burned it all?
They'd starve. Die.
They would unite. But leave them scraps. Just enough for 2, maybe 3 clans. They will fight each other over what remains. The wolves among them will rise. We're not here to kill them. We are here to teach them who they are. To set them free. Time to go home. It did not take long for my lesson to spread across the whole of Valkenheim. But in the following winter, a lone raider rose among the clan known as the Warborn. That raider set out to reunite their people.